Hi guys, it's Friday, 26th of July. I'm just taking a look at a couple of films that have now started at the UK cinema today, Friday the 26th of July. Very different films. One sort of called The Current War, which actually I've seen quite a few trailers for this one. Not exactly gonna one that will get most people's blood racing. It's a dramatic story. Well, this is from IMDb, Internet Movie Database, which I use a lot. Dramatic story of the cutthroat race between electricity titans Thomas Edison and George Westinghouse to determine whose electrical system would power the modern world. I used to work for GEC in the 80s, and I think that used to be called Westinghouse. So there's a tenuous link, to say the least. Um, Seen the trailer for this, obviously, with it being just on at the UK cinema. I've not had a chance to watch it yet, but as soon as I do, I'll be back on here with a movie review. We've got Tom Holland, Benedict Cumberbatch, just names that are familiar, Matthew McFadden, Michael Shannon. I mean, there's an array of stars in this. I think it's America. It's classed as a biography drama history. I think assumedly it's an American-backed film. Let's just see any trivia on this at the moment. Say it's early days, but there might be some trivia of interest about the film. Jake Gyllenhaal was apparently due to star in it, but dropped out. So he was supposed to star alongside Benedict, but he dropped out, and Michael Shannon was brought in as a replacement. Oh well, this is a produced by Harvey Weinstein, which obviously was has got a little bit of trouble with sexual harassment, hasn't he? So apparently this was being edited, etc., while the first story of his sexual harassment problems first surfaced. So obviously that's not a good thing, not a good bit of trivia. Um, Third time Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Holland have worked together. That's about it on the trivia. Let's see what people are thinking of it. There might be some reviews. It's actually got an IMDb review rating already of 6 out of 10, which isn't fantastic. Obviously, I mean, that's not nothing to shout about, really. And that's from over 1,000 reviews. Obviously, it must have been out in the US to get this sort of reviews. I can't imagine there be that many pirates being watched. To be honest with you, let's just see what some of the reviewers are saying. I mean, got 10 user reviews here, so obviously to get 6, it must be a wide range of feeling. It should be a movie about Tesla, not Westinghouse. 7 out of 10. Croatian Nikola Tesla, one of the biggest minds in history, invented AC current, radio, remote control. He's sidelined in this movie. Why? Edison was a thief, cheat, and liar, while Westinghouse just funded Tesla, nothing more. At least this should be Edison versus Tesla. Probably shows you how dry the movie is. It's something I'd like, but obviously not to everyone's taste. Got 3 out of 10 here, an inaccurate story, not linear facts. So no change there from Hollywood, that they've took a story and totally, any historical accuracy just goes out of the window. 2 out of 10, deeply disappointing. 7 out of 10, an interesting story filmed by a good hand. 3 out of 10, I wanted to leave. Someone saw it in the preview. I wasn't with my family. If I hadn't been with my family, I would have walked out. 2 out of 10, Tesla not the hero. 5 out of 10, film confuses. 1 out of 10, let's all forget Tesla. So I mean, on the basis of that, I mean, I can't see where they got the 6 out of 10 from, because they'll all look in the 1 to 4s there. So obviously, based on that, I wouldn't say rush out and see it. I mean, but having said that, we all have our own opinions. I love Benedict Cumberbatch. He's great. Tom Holland, some great actors. So yeah, of course I'll watch it. I mean, see what, and hopefully within the next few weeks I'll come back and see my views on it. But at the moment, it's 6 out of 10. Right, I think that's enough on the current war, which obviously hasn't created any mass hysteria. The other one I've got for you, let's get it up now, is a British bat one. So this is the British bat one, totally different, classed as a comedy, family, and history. So, and it's, yes, it's Horrible Histories, the movie, Rotten Romans. So I think all in the UK know about Horrible Histories. I used to love the TV programme, obviously aimed at kids, but adults loved it just as much as kids, I think. This one's about a Roman teenager called Atty, who was forced to join the Roman army when one of his clever schemes falls foul of the Emperor Nero, and unfortunately is sent to miserable, cold, wet Britain. I watched the trailer for this. There's no actual rating yet on the actual IMDb site, but there are some critics' reviews. Just look at one of those reviews. Is a guy called Ben Payton, who does obviously on Twitter. You'll find him on Twitter. And Ben Payton isn't, I don't think, overly nice to it. Certainly has its moments. Some very funny nods to films such as Spartacus, Gladiator, and Life of Brian. But the real shame is not allowing the stars a chance to shine in this. I mean, stars wise, obviously there's quite a lot of well-known English faces in there. I'll tell you about them in a minute. Alexander Armstrong, Lee Mack, Rupert Graves, Kim Cattrall, obviously an American. I assume she keeps the clothes on in this one. She's very fond of taking them off. They're just a few of the actors. His summary is the pee, puke, and poo gags will amuse the kids, but become tiresome after the first few projectiles, and simply aren't enough funny jokes to justify a 92-minute running time. And to be fairness, I've watched the trailer, and if the trailer isn't having you laughing out loud, then you could be in for a few problems. And sadly, I watched the trailer, and I thought, oh yeah, it looks okay. But as I said, I like the reviewer. Then I wasn't carried away with the humour in it. And to be honest with you, I think if you live in the UK and you've seen a BBC TV series called The Plebs, which is about young Romans trying to get laid, basically, but just trying to survive in Rome in these sort of times, and that is good. Plebs is good. Obviously, this, from what I've seen, is obviously an hour and a half of Plebs, but perhaps not enough in there to make the hour and a half worthwhile. It's the sort of film would tend to watch on DVD rather than go to the cinema. But hey, I mean, it looks okay. It's entertaining, a bit silly. If your kids love Horrible Histories, they might enjoy it, but I don't think it's as fast paced as the TV series. So even the kids will struggle a bit. One lovely piece of trivia is you've got Derek Jacobi in the film, and obviously many of us remember the old BBC superb drama series called I, Claudius, where Derek Jacobi starred. I mean, he plays Claudius in this as well. So there's a nice little bit of trivia. And to be honest with you, I'd go to the cinema just to watch people like Derek Jacobi, and Warwick Davis is in it. So I mean, why not? Alexander Armstrong, give it a watch. I mean, I know it's been a warm weekend. If you're sick of the heat and you want to get inside, go and watch this at the cinema. Otherwise, like me, I'll be watching it on DVD, I think, when it comes out. But if I watch it in the meantime, I'll give you a shout on it. Anyway, that's the two main movies. I don't think there's much more at the cinema this week. It's very quiet. Give us a follow on Twitter at nostalgia_movie. Obviously, I do reviews of films that have been streamed, reviews of box sets, etc. So I'll do these as and when. So I'll try and get reviews and stuff out every day. So hope we enjoyed it. It's just a little bit of information on these films. It's always hard with new films at the cinema because obviously you've not seen them. It's just letting you know they're there. You want to fancy going out and watch them, and if you do, go and watch the films, let me know on my, by Twitter. I do have a website with various blogs on it as well with this information. If you Google movie game nostalgia, you'll come across me. It's MGN Movie Game Nostalgia. So that's my website, and as I said, follow me on Twitter. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this brief look at the couple of new releases at the cinema. And all I can say is I'll see you again. Bye.